Digital with that huge gap up this morning. It is up 21.4% at the time of this recording at $3.63. It was up even higher earlier this morning, right at the beginning here. We did get a cross up now. This move alone gave us that cross up on the MACD today. We are solidly in bullish territory on the RSI. We are above the mid ATR band at $3.40. As long as we hold above that, $4 is in the cards for Bit Digital on the short-term horizon. What caused this, you may ask? Yesterday they had earnings. So you can see they beat their revenue by 11%, but they had earnings per share. They missed by 227%, less than some of the others, but still not great. So they reported a miss of 9 cents, a loss of 9 cents versus an estimation of a loss of 2.7 cents, or 2.7 cents. But despite that miss on earnings per share, they went up. Now let's go over into here. So this is their report, right? Okay, so let's take a look at this. Bit Digital, I mean, this is huge. This is such a big move. I'm a little bit sad I let go of some of my Bit Digital to do my MicroStrategy puts, but those are also going well, and I'm making a lot of money on that too, so I'm not too sad. Anyways, total revenue was $29 million in 2024. That was a 220% increase from last year. Okay, largely due to their HPC business, which they're doing exceptionally well at right now. And we're going to learn a little bit more about that in a second. The revenue from Bitcoin mining was $16.1 million in the second quarter, which is an 80% increase from the year before. And this is post-halving, so that is quite nice. Not bad at all. The cash and cash equivalents, they've got $61 million in liquidity. And they've got about the fair market value of their digital assets is about $191.9 million. Let's see, scrolling down a little bit, EBITDA was $3.8 million for the second quarter compared to $1.9 from the second quarter of 2023. So that's a nice little increase there. That includes $11.5 million in unrealized losses from their digital assets coming down in value over the last couple of months. We all know that. We've all been there. We're all holding that. We're all crying over that. Operational highlights. Okay, so let's see. They mined 242 Bitcoin in the second quarter of 2022, which is a 23% decrease from the year before, but that's not so bad because there was a 50% decrease in rewards. So only being down 23% means that they are actually keeping up decently in terms of the loss of productivity that they experienced, and well, that all Bitcoin miners experience, not just them. They did have, okay, so I like that they reported right here their cost for energy. So it's 4.7 cents, but they are definitely well above the cutoff point in terms of how much their electricity costs. It's not the lowest, but it is fairly low considering how efficient they are mining their Bitcoin. Okay, let's take a look down here. Oh yes, they earned 109.4 ETH from their staking, so that's pretty great. So their treasury holdings, so their Bitcoin is down to 585. If you remember, a couple of months ago, it was around 800-900. What they did was they sold off about 40% or a little bit more than that of their Bitcoin holdings and bought more Ethereum with that. That was a pretty interesting decision. At this point, most of the decisions that Bit Digital have made that I didn't agree with, just like I wouldn't have necessarily agreed with that, have actually turned out to work out well for them. So I am going to go ahead and just trust them on this decision here to sell some of their Bitcoin for ETH. I think they are expecting a larger run in ETH, especially with that release of the ETF. This was soon after the release of the ETF and the drop in ETH cost compared to Bitcoin that they did that change. So it might have been a very advantageous time for them to do that. Currently, they've got about $36.7 million worth of Bitcoin and $93.5 million worth of Ethereum. So let's see. Okay, we're going here. Okay, as of June 30th, 2024, they had 50,000 miners. That represented about 4.3 exahash that they have in terms of the amount of miners they have, but they're only running 2.6 exahash worth of miners on June 30th. They do need to get that up. It's almost half, so it's almost 50% down from their full capacity. They do need to get that capacity up, and if they get that capacity up, they're going to mine a lot more than 242 Bitcoin next quarter. So hopefully they'll get that all up and running. Okay. Okay, yeah, they have 17,000 ETH actively staking. I'm sure they'll get that up higher. This is what we wanted to talk about. All right. Second quarter 2024, the company finalized an agreement to supply its existing customer with an additional 2,048 GPUs over a 3-year period for the HPC business. That's really great. So they're going to continue to increase their HPC business, which is one of the reasons that their stock has been going up a lot, because Wall Street is very happy about the HPC side of the business. Let's see, they got in early August, so this is after this report it wouldn't be part of this report, but in early August, they got a $30 million non-refundable payment from their customer for their HPC business. Let's see, subsequent events. Now, this is where we saw something very interesting, okay? So, Boosteroid. So they placed a purchase for starting quantity of GPU servers with a 5-year service duration. BitDigital will provide Boosteroid. So BitDigital is providing Boosteroid with options to draw down additional servers in multiples of 100 up to 50,000 GPUs over a 5-year period, depending on their deployment plans. If they did the entire 50,000 GPU deployment, that would be a $700 million payday for BitDigital, significantly higher than their current market cap. So let's hope that Boosteroid wants to do the $50,000 or 50,000 GPU deployment. That'd be pretty fantastic. As of right now, so this has happened in August 19th. So this was after the Q2. This is just an additional thing, which is, I think, why the company went up so big. They've got an option for up to a $700 million payday from Boosteroid for the HPC side of the business. Now, over that time, right now, they've done an initial deployment of new GPUs with that particular customer, and they're going to begin doing that over the next 3 months, 2 to 3 months. So Q3, that will be worth about $13 million to BitDigital over a 5-year term, or about $2.6 million per year from this particular customer on that. So that's pretty fantastic, and that's one of the reasons that they're going up. They also reiterated that they've got their hash rate goal of 6. They do have 4.3 right now in terms of miners, 2.6 operating, 4.3 owned. So they're not far off from their 6 exahash goal. They've got big Ethereum staking going on, the largest public holder of Ethereum currently right now in terms of publicly traded miners. And the HPC side of the business is growing well. That's why we saw a 21% jump. Now we're coming down. We're down to 15%. 15% is great. As long as we stay above 340, we're opened up to $4. If we come under 340 right now, like if this candle closes under 340, it's getting very, very close now, we will see it retreat to about 325, 323, where we will then reassess what the stock is going to do. Now, that's all I've got for the BitDigital earnings report. Now, I'm going to do Bitfarms tomorrow, so be ready to watch that Bitfarms rundown of their earnings report tomorrow. Because their earnings report, it already came out. It came out a couple of days ago. I missed it. Getting back into the groove of things, and I kind of missed that one. So we'll circle back and talk about that one tomorrow. I just want to talk about this one because it just happened. I saw BitDigital went up like 20-something%. I needed to talk about it. Now let's move on to MicroStrategy. We got the gap up this morning, so we got that gap up. This little gap right here. This little buddy, right there. Give me this, right here. We got our little gap up right there. That was really good. Now we got a gap up and go sort of situation right here, right? It gapped up a little bit. Now now there's not like a fair value gap or anything there because the wicks are touching, but it got a gap up from the body and it is shooting up higher. It went up to 140. I bet you I'm at 60% profitability right now. Let's take a look. The MACD is printing smaller white bars. It's about to do a cross up. The RSI is now in bullish territory. We are headed for that yellow ATR band at 151.40. That is like we are pretty much on target to smack that thing. I am currently at 66% profitability. I've got $248.83 on this thing. I opened this particular trade. Where is it? When did I open this thing? I opened this on August 15th. So it's been 5 days and I'm up 66% in 5 days. You know what? I'm going to set up this to make me $300. So if this goes up another $50, I'm going to sell it out. So let me go ahead and I'm just doing this live right now. I mean, it's not live. You'll see it later. So 124 currently, $50 down from that, about 176. Sorry, not 176, 76. I'll do 77 just because I like odd numbers for trying to sell these things. I might end up getting a fill at 76. So let me go ahead and just change that order, change it to 76. All right, if the price of this contract gets down to 76, I'll close out this for a $300 gain. That'll be pretty amazing, I think, in my mind. $300 in 5 days from basically just sitting and waiting. You know, that's pretty fantastic. That's why I like trading. Anyways, that's all I've got for you today. Please like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Check out the Trade Cave store, link in the description, as well as the channel bio, and have a profitable day.